have some flour. Did a click list order from Walmart for my groceries, and I said I needed pantry staples. So I got everything. And because I did it online, I didn't really check the units. I checked the price per unit and I got the cheapest one. And I accidentally got what I think is a 25-pound bag of flour. Okay, it's been like a month since I made the last video, and I didn't know if I was necessarily going to do follow-up videos because I am not trying to be an influencer, a YouTuber, a person who documents their whole life online. Like, we have enough of that. But what keeps me going is it's a way to communicate with people back home or my friends and family about what's going on. And also it's more of a form of like personal documentation for me. When we are old and the metaverse takes over our society and we live in complete and total isolation and are fed by robots, and I'll get to live vicariously through them in the metaverse. So that's why I'm doing it, okay? I'm doing this so Mark Zuckerberg can have my data and one day I can live in the metaverse forever in my 20s. Basically, a lot of fun things have happened in September after I had COVID and recovered. A lot of growing has happened too with my work. I just really like my work. And I feel like if the whole reason why I moved to Seattle was for this job, I'm so glad that is really good, that's going really well. I got the opportunity to go to Shelton, Washington, and they took me on a little field tour where I saw how they do their harvesting and their replanting for their Doug Fir tree farm. And all of that land is green diamond land, like as far as the eye can see. And it's probably, it's the place where the company started. Visiting that office and sort of seeing the operation side of it, it just reminds me like I have so much more to learn. And it also validates my choice to be a part of this industry. I did a lot of fun things this month. Insert a variety of clips here. I went hiking with my friend Will, who moved out here around the same time I did, also from the University of Maine. And so it's been nice to sort of talk about starting our careers here in Seattle. So my roommate from Maine came to visit me in Seattle, and that was really nice. I had a really good opportunity to do all the things that I wanted to do with somebody and play tourist in my new city. So we saw the Space Needle. We went to this Chihuly glass sculpture museum, and basically that is amazing. Museum of Pop Culture, Ferris wheel on the pier, and the Seattle Aquarium. Really enjoyed exploring the city with Katie and also just reconnecting. Like we both, graduated this summer from Maine, and so sort of talking about what life has been like since then. So that's been nice. Katie and I did a lot together. Did Olympic National Park, getting an Airbnb in Forks, and doing one side of the park one day and then doing a hike in the other side of the park the next day. It was really fun to have Katie here adventuring with me. It was sort of sad to see her go, mostly because it's so uncertain as to when I'll see her again. It's challenging though, because I'm still not really like established in Seattle. So it's not like I can take you like, oh, this is my favorite restaurant, or like, this is my favorite park, like this is my favorite thing to do, these are my friends. Like, I don't really have a lot of that yet. All of that I'm trying to build, because this is only like month 2. Yeah, it's just been really nice to have an opportunity to like explore Seattle, explore the neighborhood that I live in. And sort of that's what took up a lot of early September. Weather in Seattle, that's always a topic of conversation. We're actually in a drought this October, and it won't rain in the city for 14 days, which I think is a record for the month of October. And it's incredibly warm. It's warmer than even in the Midwest right now. And it's 75 degrees and hot. and there's smoke and haze in the air because of the forest fires, and I am really not used to that. I'm trying to enjoy every last bit of summer, especially because I was really busy with my thesis, so I feel like this summer, in a way, I didn't get a lot of opportunity to experience it and do a lot of activities, so I'm trying to do that now. I really am trying to enjoy the hard time of transition and not take it for granted. A lot of choices that I have the privilege of making. Even if it's hard right now, I think I'll look back on this time as a really cool opportunity. Okay, I have the opportunity to go to Oregon to do field work this week for this carbon verification project. And I had to go out and get some field outfits. And look, I got these green overalls from REI. I really feel the part. I'm so excited that I actually get to go out in the field and sort of do some work this week. Really excited. Although one problem is I searched everywhere for a specific pair of work boots. I had a vision, they were water resistant, I could wear them in the field. And I cannot find them anywhere. They're not available in like any store I went to. So I got these Timberlands from the mall because none of the other ones I wanted were in stock. And second of all, every guy I've ever met who wears these shoes has sent his ex-girlfriends to therapy. And I won't be elaborating on that. But you know what? Maybe I'll be able to rewrite the narrative.
And so the next day I flew out to South Central Oregon, and you can see Mount Rainier out the airplane window. And as soon as we got to the company property in Oregon, it was evident how destructive the 2021 bootleg forest fire was. It ended up basically eliminating about 100,000 acres of working forest land from the property footprint. And you can just see the devastation on either side of the road. You know, trees are scorched. A surprising amount will actually survive, but not all of them. And the droughts following that summer have also put a lot of stress on the trees that did survive. So we went through and measured what was there before the fire and then all of the live trees that remained after the fire. So every day for 5 days, I would get up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. We would be out the door by 6, and we'd come back to the hotel after measuring 4 or 5 plots at 6 p.m. So they were pretty long 12-hour days. And here's a video of the old pump house. There used to be forestry camps set up on the property for loggers to stay in while they were logging a lot of the forest. And this is where they get their water from, but it was also a reservoir to put out forest fires. So it's sort of creepy.